In the past 12 months, I've spoken to over 1,500 restaurants, and there's one burning question that keeps coming up. Which AI tools will actually make my restaurant grow in 2026? Now, to the restaurateurs that are heavily involved in tech, the problem with that is everything kind of looks like a cheap copycat to what they potentially already have. And so what this means is you guys are going to overlook some gems. Now, if you're running a mom and pop shop, you don't have time to be going through 20 blog articles from the NRA or from Toast talking about what are the upcoming AI tech tools. And so in this video, what my goal is to go through the 4 key AI tech tools that you should actually invest in to get a leg up on your competition. And make sure that you watch till the end, because the 4th one is something that you may not know about, but I have a feeling that you've probably dreamt about. So anyways, let's start with the first one, and I'm going to start on the point of sale. Now, I know you've heard of what a point of sale is, right? And bearing in mind, it is literally a must for your restaurant. For those of you that don't have it, just imagine how much money you've lost to like inefficiencies, staff theft, things of that sort, inaccurate cash flow, not knowing your data, etc., etc. Now, when it comes to POSs, the most popular kind of go-to are like Clover, Toast, Square. I understand that. I've been in the restaurant industry for over 7 years. I understand that these brands are the ones that usually pop up and what majority of restaurants use, right? That's just the fact. So now what Avocado POS can do is that in general, it can do the things that a POS can do, right? Like processing order, take payments, it has a kitchen display system, things of that sort. But the one thing that is really important and that I feel is the next level to creating a new POS system in this AI era is basically imagine you had a POS that is unlike any other system out there that basically provides an AI chat interface for you and your staff to easily navigate the day-to-day operations, right? And this is what Avocado POS actually does for you. And what I would suggest is if you go onto YouTube and you search introducing the Avocado AI assistant, you'll be able to see the co-founders of Avocado AI describe what this tool actually does. Just to give you a quick summary, imagine having a chat with your POS where it's almost like the manager that kind of understands everything, right? So you ask your POS, you say, what was our gross profit last week? And it tells that to you. You say, can you add a chicken sandwich to the menu with the existing X, Y, and Z modifiers? And it automatically does that for you. You don't have to manually do that. You can ask which servers got the most amount of tips last week. We're out of bacon. Can you update all items that include bacon as out of stock, or can you 86 all items with bacon in it? What is our highest volume item profit margin, right? These are things that are super important for your restaurant. And we as restaurateurs don't actually take the time to go through our POS, extract this data, and actually consolidate it because, yes, it is extremely time consuming. And if it's not given to you in a way that it is easy to consume, then you aren't going to actually do it, right? And that's just the truth. And so the great thing with Avocado POS, and one of the main things that I have understood after speaking to these restaurants, and this may include you as well, that most restaurateurs don't actually know their data, right? You don't know your margins. You don't know what menu items are actually making them the most amount of money. And even if you do, you need like a Toast IT degree to figure that out because of how much you can do on Toast. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's not as user-friendly as just having an AI chat, right? And we actually met the founders of Avocado in San Francisco, and their pricing is also going to blow you away, which is something that I really liked. They don't charge the restaurant anything besides charging the customer a very small 2.4% per order fee. That is it, right? Now, the cool thing with that is that you obviously don't pay any monthly things just for the main POS system, and it is a cost that's given to your customer who is willing to pay that because they're willing to pay 30% extra on things like Uber Eats, DoorDash, things of that sort. They're willing to pay 2.4% extra. So that is what I think. I think that one of the best POS systems out there right now is Avocado POS, and I think they're leading in the AI space at the moment. And bear in mind, this is just my opinion, so do your own research. But yeah, I thought I'd bring that up. Now, the second piece of tech is going to be a piece of tech called owner.com. Now, let me go to this site for you, but if you look at Avocado POS, you can kind of think of it as the brain running your operations. Well, then owner.com is the AI marketing specialist that does all your marketing for you, right? Now, they basically build you a branded website that is automatically optimized for Google search results, right? So that's from like Google Maps, that's from organic listings, things of that sort. Now, I know that to the naked eye, owner.com may look like just another online ordering platform that offers in-house delivery to the customer base, but most restaurateurs, and most restaurateurs would assume that you can just get this from your POS, like Toast, right? That, okay, well, I can get a website from my Toast tab, online ordering, or something like that. But the difference here is that owner.com gives you an AI optimized website. And what I mean by that is that it actually optimizes the visitors and firstly, it drives visitors to your page, but then it optimizes them to actually increase their average order value, to suggest items that pair well, and things of that sort, right? And so with a normal online ordering site like Toast, your page might be sitting on the 12th page of Google when someone searches pizza in Rhode Island, right? But now with owner.com, you have this SEO optimized site that brings its own traffic and revenue to your business, right? And on top of that, you will also get access to like an app. And so, an app, which is really cool because I think that having a restaurant with an app creates brand loyalty. And it's one of the cool things that, only large chains were able to do in the past, but owner.com gives it to you, even if you're just a one-shop mom and pop location. The other thing that I would say, or one of the core SEO features that is baked in, is the local keyword optimization. So like if someone searches tacos in San Francisco or late night ramen near me, it's really interesting because it will try and optimize your restaurant to be the number one for that, right? And I mean, look, restaurant owners using Owner can see anywhere between 100 to 200% increase in direct online visits and orders within just a few months. And you can go on their website, you can see all these numbers and their testimonials, and I think it's a fantastic product. When I talk about the marketing side of things, if I go over to automated marketing, as a restaurateur, there was two ways to do this. Either you hire like an agency that charges you $2,000 a month, or you try and piece together as many tools as possible that cost you a lot of money a month, and you have to be an IT expert to operate it. Whereas with their marketing automation, your branded site captures guest data, and owner.com basically creates these optimized email and SMS campaigns, like for example, Taco Tuesday specials or whatever it is, to then advertise to your customers, right? Based on actual purchase behaviors of them. And so you don't need an agency. It's personalized, it's optimized for conversion, and more importantly, it is integrated into one dashboard. And the reason this matters and why owner.com really matters is that, you having an SEO built website, attracting high intent local customers, you're eliminating commission-based third-party platforms. You, on top of that, are also getting an automated marketing system that drives traffic to you and repeat business. And it's something that you can seamlessly control through their dashboard. So I would say that after a POS, the next thing that is super important is having an AI optimized online ordering website. And I don't think I don't think anyone's doing this better than owner.com at the moment. Now, the third piece of tech is very interesting, and they are called Rebolt. Now, what does Rebolt actually do? So if we're looking at Rebolt, I would say that the easiest way to kind of describe it is that it automates the operational grunt work that eats your manager's time. So that's delivery disputes, supplier messaging, inventory alerts, and candidate screening, right, for jobs, things of that sort. Now, the areas of impact that I think are super important is the first one being AI delivery disputes. This was a big thing for us, and this is something that I've heard a lot from restaurateurs as well, right? Basically, what it does is it auto-detects fraud on DoorDash and Uber Eats and files claims automatically for you, recovering up to 95% or 94% of lost refunds or of lost funds that you would have obviously missed out on because you don't know how to dispute it properly, or you're not actually continuously looking at these to dispute, right? And I think one Madrid chain saw, you can go on their website and see these things, but one Madrid chain saw 4-figure weekly savings just from this feature, right? The second thing that I think is super cool is the order verification. Now, staff placed customer orders under an installed camera in the restaurant, which then checks for missing items or wrong items, meaning no more human error, which could lead to bad reviews and thousands of values of lost reputation, right? So like it says, prevent mistakes before they happen. It basically knows the order through the receipt and then can verify it right here on the camera. The third thing is the AI supplier inventory management. Now, what I mean by that is obviously managing your stock is one thing, but what Rebolt will do, it will scan your stock levels, track anomalies, and ping vendors proactively, reducing your stockouts or spoilages, right? And so, for example, you can also use it as a system to do these things for you. So you can say, place order beef, carrots, onions, and peppers, and it'll automatically order the right quantities based off of your stock, which I thought was really cool. And on top of that, as you can see, even those who struggle to keep track of items that go off, wastage becomes an afterthought with something like this. And then the last thing that I think is really cool is their AI hiring and screening tool, right? So basically, when we are all looking for jobs or when we're trying to hire jobs, obviously that's like one of the biggest things, right? And I've spoken in the last 2 videos quite heavily on the current staff shortages, right, in the industry, and how if you can automate that work, you need less of people to manage this system as well, right? And so we're not at that point yet where you can operate a restaurant without any staff at all. And so what Rebolt has done is built this kind of like first pass candidate screening via chat. So managers only see qualified applications, right? And what this means is that managers will often regain 20% of their time just by offloading repetitive tasks. You eliminate revenue leaks from refunds, inventory gaps, slow supply replies. And more importantly, your management shifts from reactive admin to proactive service and strategy, right? So if you think of this combined with Avocado POS, it would basically turn a good manager to great and mean that you could focus on expansion of your business instead of getting stuck into the day-to-day, right? And so I think that is a super important tool that you should definitely check out. And I thought it was pretty cool. If you guys like videos like this, by the way, feel free to drop a comment below to tell me what you want me to talk about in the future, or if you have any other AI tools that you think are pretty cool on the market today. So that's the third one. Now, going on to the fourth one. Without tooting my own horn, and I say this because I'm obviously the co-founder and CEO of Certus AI, I would say last but not least, one of the coolest AI tech tools and one of the most valuable AI tech tools for restaurants today is Certus AI, which, like I said, blatantly, I am the CEO of. Now, what is Certus AI? Well, Certus AI is a fully autonomous AI phone agent that takes calls 24/7, can take thousands of calls simultaneously, will process orders, process deliveries, take reservations, answer general questions, and send the orders, deliveries, or reservations straight to your reservation system, your POS, your printer, and your KDS. Now, why is that super important? Well, this is what makes Certus AI very different from all the other voice agents on the market today. And what that means is the reason for that is because we're fully integrated with your tech stack, whether that be your POS, any delivery platform that you use, your printer, your KDS, things of that sort. And the whole point for this is because we understand that as a restaurant, if someone calls up and they want to place an order, the point of texting them a link to the online ordering channel is completely against why they called in the first place. They would have just gone straight to your website, right? And one of the hardest things that we had to deal with in my family's restaurants, was picking up the phone. I've been picking up the phone in the family restaurant since the age of 9. And the reason for that is because our parents or my parents couldn't afford to either hire someone specifically to manage the phone line at the start, but they couldn't afford to lose the phone calls. And so I was the one in charge of that. And then after we scaled from 1 to 11 locations, I saw how much worse this can get and how much money you can lose just from missed phone calls. And the average customer can save, or the average restaurant can save anywhere between $80,000 to $110,000 every single year just from optimizing this. And so that's the goal with Certus AI. And so if you're in a position where you're losing even 10 calls a day and you have a $25 average order value, this literally means that Certus AI can add an extra $90,000 to your bottom line. And so I want to throw in two things over here. I'm going to throw in a quick demo of what Certus AI actually is, and you can actually see how conversational it is and how it actually is almost better than your staff, or is better than your staff in my opinion. And then I also want to show you a restaurateur who is using Certus AI and their thoughts about it.
Thanks for calling Gold Coast Kitchen. This is T speaking. What can we make fresh for you today?
What's good, T? What do you guys have on the menu today?
Oh, we got a bunch of good stuff, Wayne. Seafood, sandwiches, salad, even chicken and waffles. You looking for something specific or just browse?
I'm more of a sandwich kind of guy for myself. Like, what kind of burgers do you guys have?
Oh, we got the classic cheeseburger, double cheeseburger, chicken sandwich. All come with fries and a drink if you want it. You digging the double cheese or just keep it simple?
Ooh, I think I'm gonna go for a double cheeseburger. Let me get one of those, please.
Double cheeseburger. Got it. Want that with fries and a drink?
Ooh, how much more is that gonna set me back?
Just $2 more for the combo fries and a drink on top. Worth it, trust.
Okay, I'll trust you. Let's do that.
Double cheeseburger with fries and a drink. $2 more. Got it. Anything else?
For the burger, what's on the burger?
Lettuce, tomato, onion, mayo, all the classics on the
Actually, you know what? No, scrap that. I don't want no onions. Leave the onions, leave the lettuce, keep me plain, and then for my drink, give me a Dr. Pepper, man.
Got it. Plain on the burger, no lettuce or onions. Just cheese and meat. Drink the Dr. Pepper.
Actually, you know what? No. Swap my drink for a twisted lemonade and put the onions back, but keep the lettuce off.
Got it. Plain lettuce, onions back on, and twisted lemonade for the drink. Anything else?
No, that should be it, my man.
Perfect. Double cheeseburger, plain lettuce, onions on, twisted lemonade. Anything else?
No, that'll be it. I'll come and collect in 20 minutes. Does that sound good?
Perfect. Just to finalize everything, Can I get your name to put the order under?
Yeah, my name's Gervier.
Just to be clear, that's Gervier, right?
Yeah, correct. That's exactly it.
Great stuff, Gervier. Can I put it under this number, or would you like to use a different one instead?
My phone number's fine. This one's perfect.
Gervier, your order's all set. It'll be ready in 15-20 minutes. You'll get a text when it's done. That work for you?
Sounds good, T. I'll catch you guys in a bit. Thank you very much.
Okay, great, Gervier. We'll see you in 20 minutes or so. Is there anything else I can help you with in the meantime?
Nope, that should be it. Bye-bye, man.
Awesome. So now that you've watched that, I'm going to recap one more time. The first thing is Avocado POS. Why Avocado? Well, it gives you control of your data and operations without needing a degree in POS navigation. The second one is Owner.com. The reason I mention this is, again, it turns your website into a lead and customer generating machine, not just a placeholder for your website, right? Your domain. The third one is Rebolt. The reason I like this is it literally frees your manager from from delivery claims, disputes, and stock alerts. And then the third one is obviously Certus AI. And the main reason for that is because it makes sure you never miss a single phone call, a single order, or leave your customers hanging ever again to go to your competitors. And so if you're a restaurant owner looking to cut waste, grow revenue, and finally build something scalable, the time to adapt to AI isn't next year. It is not 2026. It's now. And if you want to see how Certus could work in your exact setup, just hit the link in the description and find out a little bit more about how we can help you out. But that being said, let's make 2026 the year you stop playing defense and start dominating. Thanks for watching, guys. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.